Good afternoon, good morning. I hope you are well on this Monday the 31st of May. Can you believe we are the last day of the month going into June tomorrow? Scary, 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 scary. My name is Craig Laird. If you are new to us or relatively new, I'm here with you Monday to Friday for an hour and a half at this very moment in time where we get to showcase what's coming up throughout the day on Crafters TV. First of all, I should also say as well, happy Bank Holiday Monday to all of you here in the UK, and also happy Memorial Day for all of you guys stateside who are celebrating that day. It's an absolute pleasure, as I say at the start, to be having your company, whether it's going to be live or whether of course you're going to be watching back later on in the day. But what we can do is we can tell you right now as to what to expect over the next day on Crafters TV. Now, this is a day that is full on of myself and Rebecca. You've got us all day today, starting off with, of course, Wake Up Call. But then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a look at our craft along. So our craft along is going to be with our abstract stamp and dies. Now, I have popped the details up on my social media page. We'll go over the shopping list again just shortly for you as well, if you want to tune in and join us live with the craft along. That, of course, is going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, or of course 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back with the Monday Makers, the staple show of the Monday, where we're going to be having a look at some exciting things from stamping dies. We're going to be having a look at little gift boxes, as well as a lot of things coming up within that full 2 hours. Later on in the day, being 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. We also need to say as well, today is the last day where it's our spend more. So our spend more, save more. This is where you spend £30, $30 or €30, and you are then of course going to be saving an extra £5, $5 or €5. So that is today being the last day of that one. So that is across on our website. So again, you spend £30, $30, €30 on our website, you'll be able to save £5, $5 or €5, being the last day today. But as I say, I'm not alone for this whole entire day. Not only have we got George Square in the gallery, we've of course got Becky as well, who's going to be holding fort. And we're going to be tag teaming for the day, aren't we?
We absolutely are, because the wonderful Craig has got many, many treats on the way for you and many makes. As Craig did mention, it is Memorial Day in the US, which is where they're sort of celebrating those people who paid the ultimate price, the men and women who gave their lives for their country. And today, Craig is actually going to be creating for his wonderful craft along in the make shortly a scrapbook page, and it's actually going to be dedication to his grandfather, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So it's going to be a really lovely day if you are looking at maybe creating something to celebrate somebody's life. You're definitely going to be inspired. So that scrapbook page is coming up for you very, very soon. We've had lots of people in from all over already. Hello to Moria, who says, I have the day off, so I should be able to craft along with you later, Craig.
No, I was just saying fab.
Are you fab? We have also got Debbie in saying good morning from Ohio. Hello to you, Debbie. Pamela saying good morning, Craig, Becky and CTV crew. From rainy central New York. Craig, we've got better weather than New York.
Can you believe that?
That never happens.
Can you believe that? To be honest with you, I'd probably still rather be in New York, but you know, at least I could say I've had some New York rain.
Yes, that's true. Have you been to New York before?
It's a sore subject.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been once, and then we were meant to go again last year. Actually, it's coming up for a year's time. June last year, me and Mum were meant to go again, and obviously it got cancelled because of COVID.
Oh, no. Have you rebooked?
No, not yet. Just letting it go a little bit longer to let everything settle down.
Yeah, to let everything calm down a little bit.
One day.
We've got Roberta in. Hey, oh, my name was nearly Roberta. Anyway, we've got Roberta in. Rebecca Redican. Roberta Miller is saying good morning from Cromwell, Connecticut.
Oh.
I think Cromwell sounds like it's the type of place you sort of walk around in large frocks.
Yeah. I've never heard of Cromwell. I've heard of Stamford, Connecticut.
Okay.
And apologies to everyone because it's a reference term, and the fact that's where the WWE headquarters are in Stamford, Connecticut. So I heard of that.
Of course you know that. I think you're the only person in this building that would.
Yeah, I would.
That's brilliant. So do keep your messages coming in. If you've got any questions for the wonderful Craig, we do love to hear from you. And if you would like to let us know what, if you're in the UK, what traditional bank holiday activity you are up to today. For example, are you going to try not to burn the burgers on your first barbecue of the year?
But I love a burnt barbecue.
Do you?
Yeah.
You like a crispy burger?
Yeah. As to the flavour. It's not quite Burger King, you know, flame grilled, but, you know, it just still tastes good.
Oh, no, not sure about that. Maybe you're also putting up flat pack furniture and arguing with your partner. You know, classic things like that. Do feel free to message in and let us know. What have you got for us over there, Craig?
What we have got coming up, first of all, is what we're going to be looking at is our craft along. So this is what I'm going to be making when it comes to our craft along very, very shortly, being 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. So if you want to make exactly what I'm going to make, now that is the front of the card. The main focus point is going to be the inside, and I'll show you that in a moment or two as well. But if you want to be able to make what I'm making, you're going to need your foliage flurry aperture stamp and die set, butterfly wishes aperture stamp and die set, 8x8 paper pad all occasions, 8x8 paper pad all occasions bright, 12x12 texture cardstock with the pastels. You are going to need black matte cardstock, you're going to need white stamping card, heavyweight acetate, water reactive noir black ink pad. You will also need Scoremaster, small stamping platform, stamping mat, guillotine, pencil and eraser, double-sided adhesive sheets, red liner tape. You're also going to need your tape pen, foam on a roll, scissors, pokey tool and a craft knife, and some ribbon to finish off. So that is everything that you're going to need for when it comes to the craft along later on. So this is what we're going to be having a look first of all, and this is part of the craft along. So craft along being is something where we've brought out a product and then a few weeks later we give you the opportunity to do a craft along with us. If you've not already purchased these ones before, now is the day we are giving you the opportunity to buy the Gemini Abstract Stampin' Die Collection, 24 elements in total. Now everyone is saving over 15%, $39.95 or $54.75 in the United States of America. Of course, if you're in Club Inspire, you will be paying even less than that. So within this full collection here, this gives you the option to do lots of different kind of cards and makes different projects as well. The one that we're going to be using in a moment or two is the star, and it's using something that you guys ask so much about, how to use Gildan Flakes. So we're going to use Gildan Flakes within these ones for the first demonstration. But that's the craft along with myself and Becky at 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time or 7 a.m. Pacific Time. But going from craft along into our Monday makers, this is where we're going to be having a look at our pop-out sentiments. So the one's right in front of me right now. So we've got with love, many thanks, best wishes, just for you, happy birthday. This is a Gemini pop-out sentiment die collection, 5 elements in total. Now, $51.96 here in the UK, $59.80 for you guys stateside. Once again, everyone pays that saving at the bottom of your screen, but if you are in Club Inspire, you're going to be paying even less than that. So with it comes with that full set here, it's going to enable you to make really fun pop-out cards within the middle. So not only are you going to be then decorating the front of your card, maybe with the abstract, you get to finish it off with the inserts, but in such a fun way. So we're going to have a look at them in Wake Up Call as well, but then we've got a full 2 hours dedicated to a selection of products coming up in Monday Makers, being 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. But we're still going to stick with Monday Makers, and this time we are once again going to look at the front of our cards, which will then work in conjunction with our abstracts. These are also going to work in conjunction with our pop-out dies. This is a Gemini Big Scene Create a Card selection. 34 elements in total. Now these cut into your card, but also cut out of your card. These are so quick to make fun cards, make big cards, and these are $49.47 here in the UK, $57.60 for you guys stateside. Once again, you're still getting that saving for everyone, and if you're in Club Inspire, you'll be paying even less than that. Them also are going to be coming up within Monday Makers as well, but as I've already said, all these prices within pounds and euros, but if you're across in Europe, all you need to do is go to your representative website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. All that information is there. Always as well, you know, as I like to say, go onto the website, have a look at the download sections, what new, etc, etc. Keep your eyes peeled over the next couple of days, with it being the start of the month. There may be new downloads and all that popping up as well, but always worthwhile checking out the sort of things that you can see across on the website. Have you actually had a proper look at our website yet, Becky, with all the downloads and that?
I've had a good old nose. There's absolutely loads on there, to be honest, isn't there?
There is.
Which is really good, because obviously a lot of the time you'll have to pay for those sort of extras, but not here. It is the start of a brand new week, and just before I forget, because I will, it is the start of a new week. It is also the end of the month, so if you do love voting for Demo of the Month and Demo of the Week, we're doing both of them tonight, so make sure you're tuning in for that 7 p.m. UK time show. But as I said, it is the start of the new week, which means the start of a new Get It, Got It, Good. So this is your Get It, Got It, Good deal today and tomorrow. We are looking at your essential card and acetate collection. We are going to be getting some of your utter favourites. Acetate is involved, your card is involved. You're also going to be getting your watercolour card as well. You can see your prices on screen and everything you're getting, but remember, with 20% off, that's only £15.20 or $22.40. Bargain! So if you do need to stock up, because, you know, let's be honest, it's one of the great things about Crafters TV. You get those things that you only buy once and then you've got them for good, but then you have the things that you need to stock up on. So why not stock up on them whilst they are such a fantastic deal? So do treat yourself to that collection right here, right now. So we have got loads more to come for you to start off your week. Do keep those messages coming in. I'm loving reading what you're up to, and we'll go through some of those in a little bit. For now, though, who fancies getting demoing? Let's do it. What have we got going on, Craigle?
Rightio. We are actually, see how you've just said there? You know how you've just called me Craigle?
Yeah.
Do you remember the other name that you called me?
Which one?
Craigle.
Craigle Bagel.
Bagel.
Yeah.
Right. We all got a new water bottle a couple of weeks ago. Have you got one yet?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I did.
Do you know what they've done? I'm gonna come round here.
Oh, I like this.
Can you see?
Craigle Bagel! That's so cute!
The name that, it was Nicola. Nicola, who you'll see on Wake Up Call a couple of months ago. She does resin and all that. She gave us names for our bottles, and she gave me Craigle Bagel, because that's what you call me sometimes.
Craigle Bagel, that's so cute.
Funny, isn't it?
Yeah,
Funny.
I like
thought
that.
I just had to show you that there. We'll say a couple of other quick hellos. Penguin 88888888. Well, it's not that quite many eights, but there's 5 eights on YouTube, saying what a beautiful bank holiday weekend. Hope you're enjoying the day. We're having a lovely day so far. It's going to get even better now. We're doing the getting live with you all. Eve B on YouTube, good Memorial Day from everyone in Kansas City. Deb's on Facebook saying good morning from Ohio. Grilling today, family coming for lunch. Oh, that sounds good. Diane on Facebook, my oldest son and children are coming over for dinner, so blessed. Oh, sounds lovely. And then Cindy on Facebook saying, good morning, Becky and Craig from Worcester, Mass. Raining today, great day to craft along with you.
Oh, definitely.
It absolutely is. And of course, good afternoon, George.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Georgina.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tracy. Not sure if you heard her, but she did shout. She did shout. Here we go. Let's have a look at what's coming up as part of the Craft Along on Crafters TV. This is our abstract stamp and dies. This has been phenomenally busy when it first launched, and even beyond that with the stock that we had back in stock. Now, these ones here are all about the abstract effect. These are all about cutting into your cardstock. So within the full set that you can see on your screen there, with 24 elements in total, this is where you've got the heart, and what you've also got is the stamped sentiments to go with them. Then we've also got, look at that, how fun is the balloon. Balloon bouquet on this one here. Now with these ones here, keep a lot of these little bits like we will be doing in the craft along, because you could be using them. So that's the balloon with the stamp set as well. Then the birthday cake. I'm not surprised how much you at home loved. I mean, how cool is that, Becky?
It's fab.
So fun.
It
so
is
fun.
I would love that to be an actual birthday cake.
Maybe a bit bigger. That's only like a mouthful for me.
Yeah, all right, good point.
Wouldn't last long for me. Then on this one here, we've got a foliage flurry. So this is the one that we are going to be using to decorate the front of our craft along later on. And then the next one here, this is our butterfly wishes. So this is what we are going to use to decorate the inside of our card. And then last but not least, this is what we're actually going to use in a moment or two, and this is Star of Stars. And absolutely 100% keep a hold of all these little stars while you've got them, because you could be using them elsewhere. But there you go, that is your Gemini Abstract Stamp and Die collection. 24 elements in total, $39.95 here in the UK, $54.75 for you guys stateside. Everyone saves over 15%, and then you will pay even less if you're in Club Inspire. So let's, before we get stuck in, Becky, with the demo, let's show you some of the things that you could be making. Let's show you, this is actually going to be the craft along.
Oh, fab.
So that's how the front of the card's going to be, and we're going to do it into a nice little shaker. But on the inside, look at that card we've got there. K card, pop-out card, and we're going to use the butterfly to decorate the inside. And then the in bits of the butterfly, these are actually what's going to be used to create the shaker bits.
Oh,
inside.
that's clever.
So there's no waste at all. You're keeping a hold of everything and then using it where you need it. But a few more other ideas. You don't have to go small. Because these cut into your card, you can go as big as you want. The only thing that will determine how big is your die cutting machine. Then we've got some paper piecing that you can do. It's fun, isn't it?
That looks like Up. Have you seen Up?
I've seen bits of it. I've seen bits of it, yeah. I've not seen it all. That look you're giving me on your face, as if to say, what?
How can you only see bits of Up?
Well, you know, if it's been on, like, you know, the certain Sky movie channels,
right,
and you flick through and then you watch maybe about 10 minutes and then you dot back to what you were watching, and another day you'll catch another bit.
Right, okay.
Not watched it all.
Yeah, well, that's one to add to the list.
Well, I think, I've got many here at Crafters TV I need to add to the list. People say, have you watched such and such? I'm like, no, and they're like, what? Shaker card here. Now this bit that the butterfly's been cut into, that could easily be a little bit of waste cardstock that you've got within your bit box, but you can cut it in. Another shaker card using the heart, another one of the birthday cake that's been paper pieced, and then this one here, this is actually using what was, it's a piece of white smooth stamping card. I cut into the middle, and then what I've done is I've got this really fun new toy, Becky. It's so cool. And it's from We Are Memory Keepers, and you pop a pen in, you press a button, and it's kind of like gives you a spray action. It's like it spray paints.
Oh, like an airbrush type.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
airbrush. So I've done that over the top to get this effect here, and then I just put a piece of pattern paper underneath. So I've done that on, is it Friday night or Saturday night? So a little bit like a Starburst. Absolutely, Georgina. So here we go. Let's use the stars for in this one here. So what I've got already beforehand, now we might, if we get a chance to do this in Monday Makers where I show you how to layer up, but what I've done is I've taken a piece of our white smooth stamping card, which is 6x6. So you can see that on the back. So this is our white smooth stamping card, and on the opposite side, what I have done is I've popped a sheet of our double-sided adhesive backing. So therefore, we have got this full backing here. So that's all adhesive. If I was to peel that off, it's all sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that one to the side just now. I'm going to come in with my red cardstock that's 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And this one is from our Brights of our 12 by 12. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this one on using my low tack tape, and then I'm going to run it through, and then we can move on to the next bit, Becky.
Okay, perfect. I've had a message here that I do feel I don't understand, but I have a feeling that you will. It says, tell Craig Jason went to meet and greet with Shane Douglas and Mickey Whipwreck yesterday. Is that WWE related, push-ons?
Yeah.
Do you want to share more with us? Look how excited he is. Yeah.
Tell Craig,
Yeah.
Jason went to meet and greet Shane Douglas and Mikey Whitworth. Yes. Jealous. That is a big deal, Georgina. Yeah, that's huge.
You can tell that this is sort of wrestling related, can't you? Because you don't generally meet a Mickey Whipwreck just down the shops, do you? Do you know what I mean? That's a proper wrestler name. It's good, that.
Or the Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
Look, Georgina said, we want to hear the story. Well, it's not really a story. It's just that they are some cracking wrestlers, absolute talent. So to actually be able to do the meet and greet, and obviously with everything that's been going on in the world, all that sort of stuff, not just wrestling, but entertainment as a whole has been kind of on hold.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's good that all that's been coming back, but I would love to do a wrestling meet and greet one day. Did I ever
Who would be your number one wrestler to meet and greet?
Oh, probably Shawn Michaels.
Right, okay.
Shawn Michaels, yeah.
I've not a
I
clue
would
who
say.
that is, but I'll research it later.
Or another one, you'd know this one, Hulk Hogan.
Is he the one with the tiny yellow pants?
Yes, he's got the red and yellow
Right.
tiny little pants.
Yeah. Has he got an unusual haircut, sort of?
Yes, and
You
a
know,
moustache.
business on top, party at the back type thing.
It's more like because he's aging, it's all long round the side and nothing on the top.
Right, okay, yeah.
Kind
Okay.
of the reverse.
Yeah,
But
I do.
Hulk Hogan. Who doesn't know Hulk Hogan? So yeah, there's quite a few that I would love to meet. Maybe one day.
Was The Rock, he was a wrestler before he was a actor,
Yeah,
correct?
and technically still is.
Oh, right,
There
cool.
is talks of him to be back, hopefully for WrestleMania next year, to do a spell.
Wow.
So yeah, he's yes, he has full time gone into the movies, but he is still a wrestler.
Oh, fair.
And actually, yeah, I'd love to meet him as well. He would be good to meet.
I think he'd be funny.
He'd be hilarious. So down to earth as well. I believe he's just got that mannerism that he'd be so down to earth. Like you could stop him on the street and ask for a selfie and he'd be like, yeah, okay. So, what I've done here is I took the backing off my double-sided adhesive sheet. So that's the backing. Now, never bin these because what I'm doing is I'm using it to press down so that it doesn't stick. So that's a good way of using it. But if you're like me and you like your foam pads, if you want to have all your foam pad layers ready to go, what to do is take the backing off your foam pads and have all your elements stuck onto this bit. Because it's non-stick, it just means you can quickly come along, take each die cut layer off that's already got the foam pads on, and you don't need to do much fiddling about.
That's a good tip.
Then I've popped my die cut square into the middle here. So everything that's white and the centre is all sticky. So this is where I'm coming in with my Gildan flakes here. We've got these in stock. They're all, not on the show, but they're on the website. They're Hunky Dory's Gildan flakes. And what I'm doing is I've got, it's kind of like a little scoocher little thing, squeechy little, whatever you call it. What you could use, these are ideal to use, and I know you can get them off at, different search engines and websites and that, but you can use the back of our foam for our blending foam. They work as well. And all that I'm doing is I'm picking up a handful and then I'm going to work it into my adhesive.
Okay.
When you're doing this, try not have a window open, a fan on. Try and do what I'm doing. Try
It does
not
go
do
everywhere.
what I'm doing, and that's breathing and talking at the same time. Because it's like the game show of the Crystal Maze.
Yeah.
And what happens is it's so light, and what happens is it blows about. And then you get it to this consistency here, and then all that I'm going to do is make sure I've got enough all the way around. And the more you use this, all the excess will go into your tub. Make sure it's a big tub. It comes in a really small, compact little tub, and I guarantee you, you will not be able to get it back into the tub because it all expands.
It expands, yeah.
The more you use it, the finer and finer it's going to get. Doesn't matter, it's still going to work a treat every time. And then take the back of your little foam or your squishy and work your way around, just taking off all the excess foils. Like this.
It's amazing that it is real metal, isn't it? You know?
Yeah,
it's incredible.
It's so, so fine.
And it looks so expensive.
It does. And that's the thing, it really does. Now, I could have popped glitter through this instead, or micro beads, but I really love the look of having the Gildan flakes. And on the website, I know we've got them singly, and we've got them in a pack of 3, where you get the gold, the copper, and the silver. So we're going to go in and work our way around there, and then keep going till you've got all the excess bits. And what will happen, if the flakes are relatively new out the pot, you're going to get great big flakes. So you're going to get coverage areas where it's like a big flake, and then you're going to get lots of little bits together. You're going to come in and get smaller bits, and the more you use it, the more and more fine it's going to become. And it's going to, not quite powdery, but so fine, but you can keep using it until it's all gone. All gone.
That's
so
brilliant.
There we go, we can pop that out. So Georgina's just confirmed, after me checking it this morning, that it's definitely all in stock, both the single ones as well as the packs of 3. So they are on the website if you want to try them. And then that's it. We've gone around, let's just go around, take away this excess bit all the way round. And then that's how you use your Gildan flakes that you can see on your double-sided adhesive sheets. If I come up close as well, that we can see here.
I love that.
And then the other thing that I have already done is I pre-backed the back onto another piece of white smooth stamping card. Because what would happen if I didn't, I'd be able to peel that off and that would be a sticker. So I just wanted to back that on tape so that we've got a good adhesion to it.
Yeah, I get you.
And then what we're going to do is I'm going to back it onto a piece of black card, onto a card blank, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out one of the sentiments. We'll do congratulations, and then we can finish this one off, Becky.
Perfect, perfect. There is, just speaking of congratulations, Linda has messaged in off YouTube saying, it's my birthday today! And I think I feel the need to spoil myself.
Oh, happy birthday, Linda.
Happy birthday. Oh, we hope you have a fabulous day. What a great day for it.
Exactly.
There are quite a few things to spoil yourself with today, aren't there, Craig?
There is quite a few things. Quite a few things, whether it's stamping or cutting or both of them. Concept cards, shape cards, Gildan, lots and lots of things that you can be treating yourself with.
And you've got the spend and save as well. So if you spend £30, $30, €30, then you'll save a £5. So you've got a real treat there. Oh, just look how gorgeous that really pops once you put it on the white, Craig.
It does, doesn't it? And even having that little frame of black, you can see how well that works.
I love that.
So let's come in now with our little strip. And this is where you've got you're a star, you've got congratulations, and you've got happy birthday. So let's go in with congratulations. And then what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to use my alcohol proof. And I need my small stamping platform as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this onto my cardstock where I want it to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down slightly just now, just so that I can get this centralized. Let's go so into here, and then I want to get it as close to the center as I can. And then once I'm happy with where I want that to be, if you find it easier using your large 8x8 stamping platform, then go for it. But here we go, let's just ink up, and then we can come along again, bring that into where I was wanting it to go, press, giving that a press. Now this is where you could be coming along with your gold Gildan flakes, maybe things like that. Or you do out there, I've done it in the past, we don't have any on the website just now. Trust me, I'm trying to get it in because Cosmic Shimmer do it. It's called a Stays Sticky glue. What would that be? Is it's a glue and it stays sticky. Different from tacky, sticky meaning is it doesn't dry. So So what I could have done is I could have coated my stamp with the Stay Sticky, stamped it out, and then gone over it with my Gildan Flakes, and that would have then created a nice Gildan Flake stamp. So as I say, just hold tight at the moment because I have been nagging them to get it in stock. So they are trying. Because I did use it once before in the past and you all went nuts for it. So we're trying very hard. Work in progress, absolutely, Georgina. So last couple of layers here with my stamped image. What I'm going to do now is let's pop this one. So we could either have it in the center, the top, the bottom. It's entirely up to yourself. I'm going to come down into here. And then last but not least, I've already die cut these ones out, but I've die cut the die again into our gold card. And then let's do 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. So if I pick up the largest one and pop it on top, medium one, let's go to the side, and then an even smaller one into here, and then do the same, go at the top, not quite in parallel, changing it up slightly.
Yeah.
So doing 1, 2, and then let's do 3 into there, and then there we go. Leaving it like that.
Oh, that looks great. Do you know what I love about that as well? How the mirror card looks so different to the gilding.
That's it. It's giving you that different textural look.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 2 lots of gold, but 2 different lots of gold in that aspect. And that black, and this is why I say it time and time again, don't ever be scared to use black, even although it's a fine, fine line, it works out a treat. And that's using, of course, both the die cut piece, but then also using the actual die as a die cut to create the stars.
Oh, it really is
I think I know
fab.
what I meant there.
Yeah, I got you, I understand.
So let's have another quick look as to what you can be getting within that full bundle, should you choose to go for them today. And there is, of course, our love hearts. So we've got our endless love. Now, what I've done a moment ago, you can do with every single one of these. So you could be mixing and matching, or you maybe want to do some glitters. That's your balloon bouquet. Then we've got celebration cake on this one here. Could you imagine that, doing what I've done there, but with silver or that, and you can make it into like a wedding cake or something.
Great
wedding
idea.
theme it colour-wise. Then we've got our beautiful wishes from the butterfly. We've then, of course, got our abstract flurry, which is going to be part of the craft along as well as the butterfly. And last but not least, the one that we've just used a moment ago, Star is Stars, where we've created an aperture abstract effect using some Gildan Flakes. So there we go, that is your Gemini Abstract shape, stamp and die collection, 24 elements in total. Now this says $39.95 here in the UK, $54.75 for you guys stateside. If you have already got them, then do tune in and join myself with the craft along later on in the day, where you can be exactly that, crafting along with me. If you've not already got these products and you want to get a hold of them, you want to craft along at a later date, although we won't be live, you can still craft along with us, then today is the day to get them. Talking of the craft along, if you do want to craft along with myself and Becky, then this is the shopping list of the products you're going to need. So you're going to need your foliage flurry aperture stamping dies, butterfly wishes aperture stamping dies, 8x8 patterned paper all occasion, 8x8 paper pad all occasion brights, 12x12 texture cardstock, the pastel, black matte card, white stamping card, heavyweight acetate, water reactive noir black ink pad. You'll also need your Scoremaster, your small stamping platform, stamping mat, guillotine, pencil and rubber, eraser, double-sided adhesive sheet, red liner tape, foam on a roll, scissors, pokey tool and a craft knife. And last but not least, some ribbon. So that's what you're going to need if you want to create exactly what I am making, but of course you can change it up whichever way that you like during the craft along. But it's one that I always like doing is the craft along, Becky.
Oh, I love a craft along, and I know that everyone at home loves it too, because generally if I'm kind of in charge of looking at the social media, it'll always go really quiet for a bit and then everyone will go, sorry, I was crafting along. So I really like that. So yeah, that's coming up for you in a little bit. We have done for you today some fantastic treats and deals, including the Get It Got It Good, which of course is the card and acetate essentials collection. I feel like I've got another essential here for you right now. I have got a foam pad collection for you. And foam pads are phenomenal for obviously sticking things down, as they are double-sided stickiness, but also they add dimension to your makes as well. I am bringing to you different sizes. So in this bundle, you are going to be getting the 24mm by 12mm, stamps. So these ones are for you just over an inch in length, and all of these are 3mm in thickness. Of course, if you do want to layer them up, you can layer them up. You can make them 6mm. So you're getting that one. You're also going to be getting your 5x5. These ones are your perfect squares. And then you're getting your 12x6mm. So these ones, again, very, very delicate and small. You're not just getting them, you're getting them both 2 times over. So you have got a massive stack of these that are going to definitely keep you busy. Every single one of you is saving 25%, unless you're platinum, which means you're saving even more. Today it's £9.50 or $23 only. That is going to keep you going. And speaking of keeping you going, let me bring to you, if I may, some colours. And I'm going to bring to you now the Spectrum Noir pigment ink pads. Now, these ink pads, of course, they're from Spectrum Noir, so we all know that that name means quality. We know it means staying power. And I've got such a wonderful collection here. So I'll tell you my colours. I'm bringing to you a Frosty Jade. I've also got for you a Grasshopper, which is really nice for kind of vintage ones. I've got your green Topaz, as well as that I've got your Honey Pot. This is a really happy colour. I've got your Lagoon. Now, if you were watching yesterday, you will know that we did the wonderful paper pad that had all of the peacocks, no, not peacocks, the parrots, etc. in. This is perfect match for that. As is the Midnight, if you did get the Choiseray collection. The Misty Morning Grey. I've got your Ocean Blue, a bright tangerine orange. I've got your Parakeet as well, really happy colour that. Pale Fig, so it's a little bit of a sort of delicate purple. Then you've got your Pine Tree Green and your Bright Spring Meadow. All of those ones, yes, all of them. You are getting an absolute stack. There they all are in the picture, look. You are getting a saving of nearly £15, over $20. And these, of course, you can use on a multitude of different elements. Loads of demonstrations online if you want to look at them. So do seize the moment. As I mentioned earlier on, it is Memorial Day in the US, which is a day where it's kind of celebrating and mourning those people who have passed, sacrificing their lives for their country. And we have got a really special make now coming up from Craig, and this is going to be perfect for all of your scrapbook pages. And with you, Craig.
Absolutely it is. So we thought, what could obviously we do within in the show to obviously what's the word as well I'm trying to think of, not so much support, but because obviously we don't have it here in the UK, like for today anyway. We want to be here and we want to celebrate with all of you at home. So what we thought we would do is we're going to do a scrapbook page. We're going to do one on, it's going to be on my granddad, still on my granddad, but it actually came through photos. He actually gave to me not that long before he passed away, and it was actually a photo, and there actually happens to be a loose photo of him already on this black card, but tells me he'd already taken it out for whatever reason. Okay. But this was my nan and granddad on their wedding day.
Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous picture. Oh, how handsome!
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah!
He was. He was my absolute hero.
And that dress is stunning as well.
Nan. So my nan passed away, 1994. So I remember her, but I never got a long time with her.
I see, yeah.
About 9 years with her.
Okay.
It would have been about 9. Grandad passed away about, this year, maybe this December.
I see.
About 3 years or something.
Okay.
So when Big Boss Erin says, this is what we're looking to do, but also, what she said to me, Craig, is it's an additional little segment. We'll do it obviously to, keep the memories going, and also use whatever you want. Doesn't
Lovely.
even have to be our products. You know, a nice little segment, crafting away. Obviously, got the memories of my nan and granddad. Use whatever you want.
Gorgeous.
Do you know what I ended up using? Our products.
Our product.
And trust me, I had the pick of anything. We didn't have to stock it on the website because this is about me and you at home and just crafting away and doing a scrapbook. I could use anything I want. But with this one, with this photo, I just felt Sarah's vintage diary collection work an absolute treat because it's black and white, but because of the colour tones within vintage diaries, I just thought it was perfect. So I absolutely could have used whatever I wanted to, and I'm not saying there won't be another segment in future where I get the ability to do that, but I just thought, why change something that would already be perfect? And that is vintage diaries.
That's wonderful.
So what I've done beforehand is I have taken this pattern paper. So this one is the pattern paper that I've chosen, and I'm kept it 12 by 12. All that I am going to do is I'm going in with Water Reactive Noir Black, and very lightly I'm going around the edges. I'm not going to go in full on depth with this, Becky. All I want to do is get that fine black line all the way round.
Okay.
And it just blends it in. So it's not even a sharp line as if I'm going around, as if you were going around the edges where you file the edges, so to speak.
I see.
It's just going round, blending a bit of that black in.
So how much sort of pressure are you putting down on that?
So very little actually, very little. I'm going straight on and I'm just spinning my hand around, blending in. And I can see, I think actually it is kind of picking up on your screen.
Yeah, I
More
can
so
see it.
in front of me, obviously it will do up close, but we can go in here. And what it also does as well that I like to think is it kind of puts a subtle full stop to your edges of your scrapbook pages. So instead of it having a page, you've got the top of your page, and I don't know if this will make sense to you, Becky, or not, if it's just me being me, but it's just like a dead stop.
Yeah.
It just stops dead at the edges. And I find blending a bit of colour in, always nice to add a bit of deep colour around the edges, kind of gives it that full stop at the end.
I understand that. Yeah, a little bit like you don't get, when you're looking at a sunset, there's not kind of lines of colour and the sun goes down and then it's black.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's the subtlety, I like that.
It's the subtle, and because we're blending it in, what it's not giving us is what I was trying to explain a moment ago, so let's show you. Instead of doing a fine line like that with your ink pad, I know that's harder to see, but on my eyes, that is a straight black line.
Yes.
I don't want that harshness.
No.
I want that blended in. So that's why I've used Noir Black for that one. So there's our basis of our page.
Great.
Now on this one, it's still from the 12 by 12, what I've done is cut this to 10 by 10, and I really seem to be in a edge distressing mood as of late. I've done this a lot lately on Crafters TV, Becky. Taken our little tool, and I've done 3 edges, and what I'm doing is I'm distressing the edges here, and I'm holding it down with my arm, and then I'm pulling along. Not being neat, not being precise. If I tear the edges, if I crimple the edges, by the way I'm holding it, I don't care. I want that rustic look. And finishing it off, we're going to go round. So what we are going to go now, always remember anything that you see myself or any of us on Crafters TV use, if I don't reference it, check it out on the website. For instance, our edge crimper is in stock. So originally these were always used for the edges of your thread, to cut away your thread.
Yeah.
But in the paper craft, what we've been doing a lot of is using them to distress the edges of our cards in paper. So that's what I've done here.
Lovely.
So this gives us our distressed look. And then also what I'm going to do is to pick out little bits of that. That's kind of like your navy-ish, not navy, navy's blue, red.
Red, like your Bordeaux.
Bordeaux, it's exactly Bordeaux. But instead of going Bordeaux, I'm going plum jam, water reactive, and I'm just dabbing.
Lovely.
So I'm not blending on or anything like that. I'm just dabbing it to break it up. So we're going to go in.
And are you trying to make sure that all of the white bits that have been crimped are now red, or are you not bothered?
No, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Just a few taps or dabs on each one.
Okay.
I've done the top bit, nope. So there's going to be bits where it's curled over, it's distressed over, it's ripped over, where are going to stay white. But it's just enough that it's also going to give you that finished edge. So here, can you see how we've still got some white?
Yes.
But then we have got the plum jam round the edges as well, white and plum jam. So again, it just squares it off nicely. Keeps it square, but more on an even look that's more appealing on the eye, I think anyway.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
So for this one, what we can do is, because obviously I'm going to be keeping this one, our double-sided tape runners will absolutely work a treat. But you know what I'm like by now, that where possible, I always like my double-sided tape. So therefore, as I am going to be keeping it, let's spend this little bit of time with the tape. And then we're going to come in, and then I'm going to pop that kind of in the middle, but I'm going to come a bit more to the right-hand edge.
Okay.
And then I'm going to press it down. Then what I've also done from the 12 by 12 vellum pad that is from the same collection, I've chopped down a panel that is this one, because I've done 3. This one is 2 inches. This one is 1.5.
Okay.
And then this one is 1 inch.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop them there to the side. Now originally, so you can see how this all matches up.
Yes.
But I don't want them to match up. I want it to be large, medium and small, but I don't necessarily want them in the order
that they are on the page.
No, not at all.
I see.
So what I can do for this one is I'm going to pop some tape down the middle, and I'm not covering all the edges because I still want it to be a bit free-flowing at the top and the bottom.
Okay.
And plus our picture will come over this middle bit and hide any adhesive. So I'm going to come along and take this one on here. So let's straighten this up. And other than the distressed edges, I am keeping it very much straight.
Yes.
But you can go at jaunty angles if you want. And that's the thing with scrapbooking, it really allows you to go all out. If you want to go weird and wonderful angles, you can do. Weird and wonderful colours, you can do.
When you're doing a scrapbook page, do you get inspired by the photograph you're looking at more than the idea you had in your head beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still not something that I do as much as I should, simply because of time.
Yeah.
But when I do it, it's the photo I choose first.
Yes.
Like, obviously, it's the photo I'm going to do, and I work around that.
Yeah, I see.
So what I've done is taken some of this pastel yellow from the same, not the same collection, Garden Party. And I've done really small strips. However, I've still done them small, medium and large.
Yes, I see.
And I'm going to do my tape here. I think I'll need smaller tape as well for this bit. And then what we can do is just also all about breaking up some of the photos.
Yeah.
So we can take that one, and then let's do this one here. I think they're just going to fit no more.
Oh, you're getting loads of messages. Christine's saying, love, love, love. Thank you so much for this, Craig. Deborah's saying, thanks for doing a scrapbook page, Craig. Sarah's saying, it makes me want to get out many of my half-done scrapbooks. I am exactly the same as you. Yes, I have quite a few that are half done. In fact, last year I did a photograph a day, and I printed them out, and I've done a scrapbook page for every single day of the year, but I got to like end of October and then I've just stopped. So I need to carry on with that one as well. So yeah. I'm in the same boat, Sarah.
Now it's funny, when you were saying that, Becky, Georgina was just saying, which I completely agree with, because you want to give your scrapbook pages your all. But unfortunately, certainly with things that's been going on, although many have had time to do it, we've not always had time to focus on a scrapbook page that's 12 by 12.
Yes.
So a good alternative is 8 by 8. or even 6 by 6.
Yeah.
You know, a scrapbook page doesn't have to be 12 by 12.
No.
It could be smaller. So if you're wanting to do one on a daily basis or something like that, and you don't think you'll be able to succeed in fulfilling 12 by 12, you absolutely want it achievable. So then set yourself with 8 by 8 goals, possibly even 6 by 6 if you want. And that's certainly going to make it achievable when it comes to those. But then we can then bring in, I'm going to bring in these 2 dies. I'm going to do a rosette from the same colour that came from Garden Party.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a rosette, we're going to add the photo, and that is all that I'm going to do. So I'm going to pop this one on using my Gemini. Let's do the circle as well to keep it all in place. And we'll run this one through.
Sorry, when you said to keep it all in place, what do you mean?
So this circle, when it comes to this rosette,
Yeah.
to create this rosette, what you're going to need is that little die cut circle.
Oh, in the middle, right, yeah.
So that's going to hold the rosette all in together.
I see.
So we need to do one more. And then what we can do is let's pop that one on. So I'll do another circle to cover. What have I done with my circle? It was about, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, I did just see it.
I seen it. Where you go?
It's not still stuck to the circle, is it?
Is it still?
Oh, no, you didn't stick it down.
It was about.
Tell you what, whilst you're looking,
Yeah,
I'll read out some
you do
treats.
that. I know that there is an alternative that I can do, so I'll die cut this.
Okay. We have had Winabeth in saying the star card would be great for the 4th of July.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't
That'd
it?
be really good one, yeah. Or here in the UK, bonfire night maybe. That'd be lovely. Claire says that the star card would look awesome as a Christmas card. I really like that idea because it's quite traditional in the sense that it's a star, but it's kind of a modern twist on that. So I think a lot of people in the family, because you know at Christmas, if you go and buy a card, generally it's either super duper modern,
yeah,
or it's really vintage, you know, sort of Victorian-y. Whereas that, I think that technique that Craig did is perfectly in the middle. So I agree with you that. Jerry has said, thanks for doing this demo, Craig. Always looking for ideas on the vintage diary collection. So thanks. I think quite a few people have got the vintage diary collection now. Do you, Craig?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's such a beautiful one, I have to say. It really is pretty. We have had Maria, I want to say, I hope I pronounced that right, saying the new paper, that new in paper craft selection always gets me in trouble, lol. Oh, you've been treating yourself, have you? And Deb is saying, ordered my Gemini Pro last weekend. Whoa, well done.
Fab.
Which put me up to platinum. Yay, me. Oh my gosh, that's win on win. Waiting for the Pro to arrive tomorrow. I'm so excited. What's going to be the first thing you're going to make? You've got to let us know. You really do. Oh, and don't forget, if you have been making this weekend, we'd love to see some of your pictures. Do feel free to get them sent in. I know I was asking for some last night, and obviously with the craft along, send some pickies in as well if you are crafting along. And it's infos at the bottom of your screen as to how you can get involved with us. Your rosette's coming along nicely, Craig.
Coming along nicely. And Georgina's just told me in my ear, and I didn't realise this.
Go on.
Georgina, when did you say? This Saturday coming,
Hi.
Debbie Robinson or Fisher? Debbie Fisher is doing a masterclass on scrapbooking with vintage diaries.
Wait, whoa! Oh,
So
wow,
there
perfect.
you go.
Great stuff.
So there we go. But that's what our calendar says anyway for this weekend. So that is the plan. So, but yeah, there you go. If you want more ideas, then there you go.
Put it in your diary.
Get that in your diary, yeah. So here we go. Let's assemble this rosette, pulling it all together like so. I think, I attached one bit the wrong way, have I? Right, here's my connection. Here we go. Let's see if we can prise this one away. So prizing that one, and then concertina. So we're concertina, I'm doing 2 of them here. So back and forwards, back and forwards.
Are you doing 2 because you want a larger rosette?
Yeah.
Oh, fab.
Yeah, that's absolutely why I'm doing them. You can do more. 3 looks really nice as well. That works really, really well if you do 3 strips together. But just doing 2 keeps it a bit smaller for a scrapbook page. So then all that we can do is help it, he says, by folding it over. So if you start to get one end in and start to tuck the remaining end, gosh, it's not playing ball the day with me, is it?
Mischievous.
So fold, mischievous indeed. So let's fully finish. So we're wanting to tuck them in all the way around. It's not wanting to play ball into concertina all the way around, tucking them in. So what I'm going to do is, do you know what? Oh, we're getting there.
But this is the thing with these, isn't it? You know, they do take a little bit of time sometimes, but once you do them, they just add so much to your page, don't they?
Do. I see what I have. I don't know why I've got an extra bit sticking out. So, do you know what? There. So that'll work out. Oh, do you know what? We'll sort that later on. I'm not wasting more time because I want to focus on having the picture.
Oh, look how great that looks.
What I would do, Becky, is in between shows, I'm going to come along and do another rosette, figure out why I couldn't get it to go, and then that's just going to sit in this bottom corner.
Okay.
But what I'm also going to do is, although this cardstock, this black card, is the original cardstock that my granddad had obviously put it on, I'm still going to use our double-sided tape because it's acid and lignin free.
Okay.
But I'm only going to do it top and bottom. So with all our acetate, you're safe in the knowledge that even if this was an original photo, like that one is, but if you were popping adhesive on the back, you're absolutely safe to do that. There'll be no discolouring over the years. But as it is already on this black card, and this will be getting kept, what I'm going to do is pop this one into here, and then I'm going to kind of overlap it slightly to the right hand side, and then I'm going to press. So that ribbon you'll see in a moment, the beautiful rosette, is going to sit nicely down into here. I would come along and then just maybe write a few words or something like that, but we're picking some of the pastel tones coming from throughout, which would be in this corner, running through, and we're just breaking it up with strips of acetate, not acetate, vellum, and also the cardstock that gives us that page. So you can see how it starts to come together, and we're bringing in the blacks as well as the plum jams, but it's already been nicely framed with the blacks, so I don't need to do anything else.
I think that looks gorgeous, and I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm looking at the kind of the yellows and the lavenders that you've got in the paper behind, I can almost imagine that those are the colours of your grandma's flowers, which is really beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much for showing us that,
welcome.
Craig. Do not forget, we have got loads more to come for you. I've got to say that some of you are sending in pictures. One of them I'm absolutely obsessed with. I'm going to have to show this to Craig in a bit. Colleen has sent in a picture saying my son made a bee hotel for his school project. And it's this wonderful, if I sort of hold it up to you, I don't know if you can see it there, I know it's spinning around, but look, it's this wonderful like bee hotel made out of wood. That's what a brilliant activity for a weekend. Anyway, yes, there's absolutely loads of you getting involved today. We've got loads more treats on the way for you as well. I will just let you know, if you have got things in your baskets, now might be a nice time to check them out. And whilst you are, have a little look at this video.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Everyone, what just happened there?
Go on.
Becky was having a little bit of trouble with her earpiece, so she was sorting it out, and you've done that VT there. Everyone could hear George going, right, 10 seconds, right, 8 seconds. Becky couldn't. I'm oblivious, not even paying attention, and I'm thinking, right, Becky, 3, 2, 1, and she stuck her earpiece in and good to go.
No, it's...
You wouldn't have noticed, would you, if I hadn't told you?
Yeah, but do you know what? It's the professionalism of us pulling it together. No, my earpiece is not working.
The only person Becky can hear is me, and you'd think I would help her out by doing the countdown. No, because I wasn't paying attention either.
I tell you what though, I'm just going to wing it and guess what's going to happen? We have got for you today so many goodies, including our Monday makers. And we have got for you loads of treats, including our Big Scene creator card. Now this element, or these elements should I say, you're getting 34 of them in total, and you're getting absolutely loads and loads of different cards on here, including the With Love. And what I love about these ones is that they pop out, but they kind of pop out one on top of each other in a V shape, so they look really unique and individual. So I'm back on you now, Craig. Wait.
I thought I better just mouth just in case, you know, my voice has changed. So
No, your voice.
Thank God I was just standing very professionally here, behind the counter. Right. Let's have a look. So
Craig, you've got the boards.
I've got the boards. Let's have a look. So this is the Big Scene Creator card set. So here we are. This is the ones on your screen right now. So you are getting your 3 Creator card dies, and then you're also getting 28 stamp. Well, it's actually 28 pieces. It's stamps and dies for the tags. So what we can do is you can see them there: $49.47, $57.60 here for you guys stateside. Of course, everyone gets that saving, and you're paying even less than that in Club Inspire. So before we go in and do a demo, let's have a look at these ones in a wee bit more detail. So this one here, now they're called the Big Scene Creator cards for a reason, and that is because these create big cards, and boy, these create gorgeous scenes within the cards here. So this one, Church Blessings, I know, phenomenal. So this black layer, this is what die cuts out. So this is how it die cuts out. However, if you were to use the scene die on its own, because this is using the outline die you get with it, this is what it would look like cut into your card. 5x7, A4, even larger if you've got the Pro, you can do that. So that is the church scene. Then the one we're away to demo now in a moment is the Rustic Roses. So this is the die with the outline die. This is it with them both used together, and this is it if you use the die on its own into your cardstock. Once again, that could be even bigger cardstock, it's up to yourself. And then we've got Butterfly Love here. Exact same concept here. You can remember with our wafer thin dies, which these are, you can also foil with them on the foil press.
That's
so
great.
all the die cut lines would then foil instead. This is how the die cut, and that's how it looks into the card. But last but not least, here is your stamping dies to go with them. And these sentiment frame dies, these are so good elsewhere in your crafting as well. Don't just necessarily think about using them with the Big Scene Creator cards or even the stamps on the road. This is them all here. This is how they stamp out if you use them in black. Works well together. All these different sentiments work beautifully and perfectly in conjunction with the Big Scene Creator cards. So this is where they're going to work perfectly together or on their own. But going for that full bundle there, $49.47 or $57.60 for you guys stateside. What we can then do, quick few ideas as to what you can make, and then we'll get into a demo.
Love that one.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's fab.
So that one there is into an 8x8 card. So this has been using the decorative die on its own and cut into the card. Then we've got this one here. Now this could be decorated, obviously, into something maybe like an invite or something. But look at that, it's actually an easel card. But it could also easily be some kind of invite book if you want to fold it all up in different ways. So lots of ways that you can use them. Another one that's been cut into a larger card. Now, the butterflies have been paper pieced.
Wow.
But then you can also pull the wings up as well.
Wow.
And then, last but not least, let's do this one with the roses. This has been cut into glitter card. Piece of acetate on the back, and that's all you need to do.
That looks like sort of enchanted forest. I love
does.
that.
And that's the option it gives you, having the two dies together, being able to cut in or cut out. So I thought what we're going to do to start with is I have got some cardstock to create 5.5 by 7.5 card blank. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put my tape over the top to create my actual card blank here. And then we're going to do a little bit of colouring with our water reactive inks before we do anything else. So what I'm going to do, if I pop that on here, we're then going to be bringing in another piece of white smooth stamping card. So this is 5.25 by 7.25. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in 3 of my water reactive inks. Let's go Honey Pot, let's go Crushed Velvet, and let's go Ocean Blue. And what we can do here is we're going to go over simply by doing random colours all over our white smooth stamping card. So I'm going to add some into here, and then we can come along and we can add some of the Crushed Velvet. We're getting that colour laid down.
That combo looks fab.
It'll look really nice when it's finished. And what I'm wanting to do as well, although that our water reactive gives us that seamless blend, don't worry if you get little lines or anything like I've done there. I'm not overly concerned, because when it comes to the backdrop of what we're going to be creating, it can look quite nice if you have little coloured lines or little blemishes, anything like that. So don't be overly concerned about getting it completely smooth. All we're wanting to do is at least get our colour laid down and creating our own backdrop. Like this.
They're such happy colours together, aren't they?
They are really nice.
And I love how when you're blending them, you're making new colours. So the blue obviously meets the yellow and it's creating that green, which isn't quite like any of the greens that we get in our stamping pads, is it?
No, it's not. And that's what's good when it comes to things like our water reactive or even our aqua pens, anything like that, is you can come along and you can start creating more colours.
Yeah.
By overlapping them. What I don't want is I don't want fingerprints. Now obviously because of hand gelling out on my hands, I don't want to leave any fingerprints. So scrap bit of card, paper towel, kitchen towel, whatever it is, just to protect, and it means you're not going to get any fingerprints. And I'm going to go in to here, And then what I want to do again is blend in these bits out. So again, just blending them out, going back over each layer individually each time. Let's go in for another bit of honey pot into here. And then what we can do is finish, let's do blue there, and then what we can do is we can come on and we can do die cutting with the gorgeous butterfly die.
That's perfect.
Here we go.
How do you know which colour you're going to do next, or are you just doing it off sort of your own?
Just by eye,
just what you fancy, yeah.
Trying not to get a colour beside each other. We've got a bit of purple beside each other here. I'm not overly concerned about that. But you could go smaller circles or smaller areas to really ensure you don't get a cross of colour. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't worry about it. The main thing is you're getting this gorgeous array of backdrop colours. And that's going to work beautifully once we die cut the butterflies over the top.
And I suppose you could actually find some butterflies that you really like to maybe mimic the colours of those. So like the red admirals, that sort of bright red with those oranges and yellows, you could kind of mimic those maybe as well.
You could. Absolutely you could. That would be really good. Really nice idea. And then the same goes for maybe you're not a background creator type of crafter, you're maybe not into your inks, anything like that.
Yeah.
Pattern paper. Pattern paper, anything like that, still going to work lovely, still going to look good. And that's all that I'm going to do for this one.
That looks fab.
Not doing any more. Of course, you can still go even brighter if you wanted, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it like that. Then that one is then going to be my backdrop that we can see here. And then what I'm going to do, I think, let's add this bit of purple. That's it. So I've got a small purple outline, which is from our texture cardstock, 12 by 12. And another piece of white smooth stamping card. And I've already cut this one down to 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 as well. So let's move that out the way. Let's bring in our actual cardstock. And then I am going to use the outline die.
Okay.
But I say this quite a lot, Becky, when it comes to our dies with an outline die. Very, very rarely do I use the outline die.
Okay.
I always just cut the cardstock to the size I want and then die cut it.
Okay.
It's just something that's personal preference to me.
I see.
I find it easier to cut my card to the size I want.
Right.
And then cut the decorative die.
Interesting.
What I need to do first is whoever the little scamps were before me that had this one.
Right, be honest, when you're at home, do you always clean out your dies every single time after using them?
Yes.
Okay, we are very different crafters.
Yes. Because I know that if I don't, the next time I come to use it, I'll get annoyed at myself. I'll be like, why didn't I just do it beforehand? But in saying that, the one thing I don't ever do, unless it's a full big background stamp, Becky, I don't clean my stamps.
Oh.
I don't clean my stamps.
What?
I'll show you this.
Okay.
We're going to, this is one of the sentiments we're going to use.
Right.
So we're still sticking with this demo. I'm just mixing up the sequence slightly.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I'll do is there's with love. So I'll stamp it out. So where's my, what did I do, my black ink pad? Here it is here. So what I would do is I'll stamp it.
Okay.
I'll get a bit of cardstock. So I'll stamp it wherever I'm wanting it to go.
Yeah.
And then what I do, cut it out, got another bit of card. Instead of cleaning it, I do second and third generation stamps, just to get rid of the ink.
Oh.
And then I pop it back.
Okay, well that's really quick and easy way of doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. How have I never done that? I'm always trying to find shortcuts on not cleaning up and tidying up. That's a brilliant tip.
The only time that I do clean them with like a wet wipe or a baby wipe is if it's one of our big layering stamps.
Right,
the
yeah.
huge big ones.
Yes, yeah.
Then I'll make sure that they are. But any other stamps, nope, I do it that way. For me, I find it quicker.
Oh, that's clever.
And I don't need to dab them dry or anything like that before I put them back into their packaging.
Oh, I love that. If you've got any time-saving craft tips, do text us in. We love that.
How fun would that be as well? Not only just social media. Imagine back in the day when texting first started and your TV shows and that would be like, text in this number.
Yeah.
It was always like a 5 number number, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was,
Wasn't
yes.
it like a long mobile number?
No, it wasn't. It was just like a few numbers and you had
it's
to
like
text in.
856222 or something like that.
Yeah, and the sort of T's and C's afterwards would go on for ages, wasn't
That's
they?
right.
You know, don't forget to ask the bill payer, it costs this much, don't message after this time.
If you're under 18, get a bill payer's
get an
permission.
bill. We here in the UK, I don't know if it's an American thing as well, used to have something called teletext.
Yeah.
Which was, well, it wasn't really a channel. It was almost like if you imagine really bad computer graphics from the 80s and you would put them on your television, and depending on what button you pressed, you could go to different things, but you couldn't actually change the channel. So for example, the one I used to always go on was the horoscopes. So you'd press like the yellow button and then the horoscopes would come up on the page in really rubbish graphics, always a black background. And then you'd read as quickly as you could, but then it'd skip yours, so you had to wait for the 12 of them to go round again. You had to wait, sort of 3 minutes until yours came back and then carry on reading it. Yeah, you could book holidays through it and everything, couldn't you?
I remember that. There used to be a teletext page that used to have lots of goss about the wrestling, what was going to be happening.
Right.
Yeah, but I remember the teletext. Yeah, like you say, if there was a page that you liked, if it was like page 1 of 36, well, you were scuppered.
Yeah,
you had
yeah,
to
yeah,
wait around for
completely.
ages to see it again.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you turned it on, it didn't always start on number 1 either, did
Nope.
it? It might be on page 7 for some reason.
Exactly.
It's genius, just genius.
And then now we'll have the internet that's uber fast, isn't
I know,
it?
yeah. Yeah, let us know if you remember teletext and what you remember from it.
Yeah, I always remember it. We were always the black background as well with the
And
colours.
the writing was like bright colours, like bright neon yellow and bright neon blue, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then the main text was always white.
Gosh, I remember all that now, yeah.
And they were really pixelated letters as well, weren't they? It wasn't easy to read. It was just like you could see lots of little squares making up the letters.
It was like when computers first came out. It's kind of like that font, that text, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All that writing.
Imagine really, really old school Pac-Man trying to
Yes.
sell you holidays.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like.
Yeah. Americans, if you're not entirely sure what this is about, it's teletext. Do feel free to type it into your search engine to see what we're talking about, and you will see the type of text and font that we mean. I wonder if you had anything similar. Surely you did, America. Do let us know if this rings any bells with you.
Yeah. Here we go. So what I've done is I've popped all these little bits out here, and where's what we've done with my Poké Deal? Here it is. Few other little bits. And what's so fun with these ones too is the fact of the wings actually pop up. So if I take these last little bits out, take these ones out here, and then what we can do is before we stick it down, I'm going to show you how, if you've not seen these ones before, we've got, I've seen Moira here on Facebook, she's written saying, I love all the creator cards. I'm with you there.
That's brilliant.
I think because they're one of those die sets where you can, as a beginner, make really, really simple cards. Even an experienced crafter makes simple cards, you know, if you've not got a lot of time. But then when you do have a lot of time, or you are more experienced, the amount of different ways that you can use them. Imagine using these with the Gildan wax on the back. You would do them, Gildan flakes, like I'd done with the first demo.
With the stars, yeah.
Yeah, you'd be able to do that. But what happens is you've got that outline with the butterfly.
Oh, that was so
the wings
nice.
all pop up. So we can come along and let's assemble this one. So we are running out of time. So let's go in with my double-sided tape. And I just want to reiterate again, Becky, our double-sided tape runners will work for everything I'm doing. It's purely down to personal preference that I use the tape.
Yeah.
Double-sided tape's on our website as well. It's what I use most of the time, and that's the only
Well,
reason.
that and your foam pads.
Well, that and my
don't
foam
you?
pads, yeah.
Don't forget, we've got the foam pads on offer for you today. If you fancy them, you get 2 sets of the 3 different sizes.
I may have already got my order in before the show.
How many do you think you go through in a year?
I don't know, because obviously here at Crafters Companion, no, they're very good, and any of the adhesives that I need for demos and that for show, we get given.
Yeah.
But then for all the foam pads that I use in my day-to-day crafting, that obviously I buy for.
Yeah.
And obviously I use both ours and another local company, Sticks too. So for all the ones that I use, oh gosh, honestly couldn't imagine.
No, loads and loads and loads.
No. Loads and loads and loads for sure. I love them for height.
Is that what it is for you? The height?
Do you know what it was? It was a kind of story that I said in the past. So my nan and granddad in the picture, the scrapbook picture, that was my dad's mum and dad. Mm-hmm. And then my gran, who's my mum's mum, many, many years ago, it was at Christmas time, she bought a Christmas card. Mm-hmm. And some of the elements were lifted on 3D foam.
Okay.
And it always stuck in my mind. I always remember getting that Christmas card, and it had an image, it was a Christmas image, and it was raised up on a little foam pad. And I just thought it was so cool that this image was raised up high on a card.
Yeah.
And I've never given it another thought until over the last few years, you know, becoming into Crafters Companion, using foam pads to the extent that I do.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is it about the foam pads on the back? And I think that must be where it stems from.
Yeah, that's something that's stuck in your
It's a memory that I've always had.
Yeah.
Don't know why I always remember getting this card that has an image raised up with a foam pad.
Yeah.
And seeing it, it stuck with me, and now I'm in the job, the industry.
Yeah.
Where you make cards, and I have the ability to do that. And I think that's why I use foam pads.
Isn't that fab? That's obviously something that's stuck in your subconscious and a really happy memory for you.
Yeah, it must be.
That's brilliant.
So that must be where it stems from. But here we go. So what I'm doing, I've gone in with a dotty tape because there's fine lines. Let's lift this one up. Then what I have done, so earlier on you seen
beautiful.
Me do...
Oh, the camera's gone.
We're back. And then what I've also done is taken one of these dies, and all that I would do is run that one through my Gemini. Now you can either stamp and die cut or die cut first, which will give me this one.
Okay.
Done it in black, and then let's go in with a pad. We're going to go into the back here. Then I'm going to go into here.
Oh.
Sits just nicely. And then there we go. We have got a beautiful butterfly, which could either be onto pattern paper or, of course, creating your own background like we've done here. That is water reactive, but you could have been using those opaque pigment ink pads that Becky was going over not that long ago and sprinkle some embossing powder on the top. But you can absolutely do that. That is another one of the products we're going to be having a look at Monday Makers. This is the Gemini Big Scene Create a Card selection. 34 elements in total, $49.47 here in the UK, $57.60 for you guys stateside. Also part of what is coming up, Monday Maker, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time.
That is so fab. Craig, thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
I love that, mate. That background would be really nice, actually, maybe as an element of a craft along later as well, don't forget. We have had so many of you already treating yourself to this that has been on our web. I thought I would show it to you now. I am bringing to you a Crafter's Companion Centura Pearl collection. Now, I'm going to be bringing to you 60 sheets of this in total, and you're getting 10 sheets in numerous colours. So if you've not seen our Centura Pearl, let me talk you through it. It is a marvellous type of cardstock, over 300 GSM actually, 310 approximately. And it has this pearlescence to it. And the pearlescence is this element whereby it feels relatively smooth on the surface, but you've got this sort of diffraction of light that's just so beautiful. It's not high shine like a mirror card, it's much more like the orient of a pearl. So it's really wonderful. So we're going to be bringing to you 6 different colours. I have got for you this wonderful pink, your fuchsia. I've got your canary as well. This one's still in the plastic, but you can still see the shine through, can't you? As well as that, I'm bringing to you your Very Berry Cherry, which is lovely. This one has almost silver undertones to it. So if you did want to use it with your silver foiling machine, that could be a nice pairing. Then I've got your turquoise. Now this, for me, pair this with the likes of your Spring Meadow in the Spectrum Noir. I love greens and turquoises together. They're kind of from the same area of the colour wheel, and I just think it looks fabulous. It's very on trend at the moment. You got your turquoise. Then I've got one of the must-haves, your hint of silver. And the hint of silver, it has got a very delicate, almost old silver colouring to it. So that's there. And then also I've got black for you as well. So you know how lovely Craig was telling us a little bit about how you can do a small black border and it can really lift something? That's what this is all about. So we're doing your buying for you, getting the 2 of them for free. So if you do want to seize the moment, you're saving over 30% on that one. Craig, you've got some lovely looking samples over there.
I do, some that's going to pop out as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave you hanging on for this demonstration when it comes to Monday Makers. This is our Gemini Pop-Out Sentiment Die collection, where you're getting 5 in total, with love, many thanks, best wishes, just for you, and happy birthday. $51.96 here in the UK, $59.80 for you guys stateside. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tease you, if you've not seen these ones before, as to what to expect, and then come along in Monday Makers, myself and Becky, we'll be showing you some of the different things you can be doing with them. And this is our pop-out sentiment dies. So this is the die that you've got here, and then once you run it through, fold it into your card. Look at that. How cool is that? Pops out flat, maybe a couple of mils, so you still get in a normal envelope. Pops out flat. So that's your many thanks. This one is with love. Then you've got happy birthday. Ba-ding.
I love that one.
So
there's so
cool.
many letters, it looks so complex.
It does, doesn't it? But you know, relatively simple to create. What we say when it comes to these ones here, they're not one to rush. A little bit of patience just to start to fold all the edges. We've got just for you. All of these ones, well not all of them, but a couple of them, we will do a demo and show you how to get creative with them during Monday Makers. But a few finished samples to show you. Lovely front finished card, but open it up. You've got happy birthday.
That's brilliant!
And you wouldn't think, would you, Becky, from a card like that,
no, that
you wouldn't think you're going to get something so dimensional when it comes to this one here. Beautiful, beautiful butterflies paper pad this was used. Again, very simple on the front, but pops up just for you as well. So again, you don't have to go to town when it comes to the front of your card. Keep it simple and let the inside. I think they've had a happy birthday, have you not, on a Saturday night, a bit ski with. It's like me on a Saturday night. Happy birthday to you. Again, very simple. Last one for now. We've got with love as well.
Aww.
So you do have the 5 sentiments that you've got there. So these ones, I've got a couple of demos. We will have a look within Monday Makers. But what we are going to do is we're going to rewind back to Craft Along. And if you've not managed to get a list of the shopping list, as you need to get creative with the Craft Along with myself, here you are again. You are going to need your foliage flurry aperture stamping die set. You're going to need your butterfly wishes aperture stamping die set, 8x8 paper pad, all occasions, 8x8 all brights paper pad. You're going to need your 12x12 texture cardstock, pastel, black matte card, white stamping card, heavyweight acetate, water reactive noir black ink pad. You're also going to need your Score Master, your small stamping platform, stamping mat, guillotine, pencil and eraser, double-sided adhesive sheets, thin red liner tape, tape pen, foam and roll, scissors, pokey tool and a craft knife and some ribbon to finish it off.
Well done. You may well have heard me giggling because Craig was doing a sort of, speed walking whilst trying to read between. You did a
monitors.
really good job then. Well done.
Yeah. Trust me. Not easy to read the comments at a far of a distance. I had my eye up close on that one. I was like, right, how do I get from that one to that one there? So I just did a speed walk and yes, you found that funny.
You really did do well.
Oh, what another great wake-up call.
There's so many people messaging in, Karen saying, love the scrapbooking ideas. I've made some scrapbooks for different family members to add their own photos to.
Brilliant.
Which is fab, isn't it?
So glad that you guys loved that, as well as the other demonstrations. Michelle on YouTube are saying it's amazing how such a simple background can make such an impact. That was obviously going with the creator cards. Rightio, we are literally just seconds away from being out of time. So all that's left to say is, well, thank you so much, Becky.
Welcome.
We are not going anywhere.
Oh no.
We are here for the rest of the day, so tune in for Craft Along. So that's going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And it'd be lovely to have you crafting along with us and getting your photos in. We'll talk you that at the start of the show. And then we'll be back again for Monday Makers, where we've got, well, you've had a little bit of a sneak peek as to what we're going to be doing. And that, of course, going to be 7 p.m. here in the UK or 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. All that's left is to go and get sorted for Craft Along, and we will see you very, very shortly for Craft Along. Bye.